Hi and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking you on an early August garden tour. I'm going to start the garden tour here. Paul has hacked back the wild strawberries because they did need cutting back. They've gone over a little bit. We've harvested the strawberries and as you can see, they've all been cut back. They will grow beautifully. They've been fed as well. They will grow beautifully and they will provide us with lots more wild strawberries for the rest of the season. Our thrift still growing strong there. Look at this for an amazing combination. We've got our Cosmos, Agastache and also our Echinacea together. I think those three look amazing, but especially these two, the Cosmos and the Agastache. I just love the way that combination works. They look really, really good. Agastache is so beautiful. I love the scent from the foliage. Absolutely adore it. And the bees love Agastache. So if you've not grown those before, give them a go. Really, really nice. Echinacea's a really, really nice one as well. I just love that Echinacea. That one is an Echinacea purpurea Magnus. A really nice name there. That's fantastic. Looking good. Bees like that one as well. Something else I want to show you is our Eryngium planum. Now Eryngium is looking great still. Beginning of August, it's looking good and I just love the blue. Remember, true blue is very rare in a garden and so having blue is a major asset. It looks great as well with our Verbena bonariensis. And this Verbena bonariensis is one called Purple Elegance. Really nice variety. This one is much shorter than the traditional Verbena bonariensis. Purple Elegance is one if you're looking for a lower growing Verbena. I like them both. I like the Verbena bonariensis and I like this one as well, but two really nice varieties. This Crocosmia is a really beautiful one. Lovely vibrant orange. You know I like my vibrant colours. This one we bought it with, obviously we knew what it was called. Over the years we've lost the label and we've forgotten, but it's a really nice one. I really do like it. Also, it looks nice against the Persicaria amplexicaulis in the background. I'm loving the Persicaria throughout our garden at the minute because the bees are just having a field day. They seem more attracted to it than usual. And this is a bee magnet anyway, but there just seems to be so many bees and wasps hanging around. Absolutely amazing. Another favourite of mine is Rudbeckia fulgida deamii. And this is a really beautiful daisy looking plant. Such a beautiful plant. Now we've grown this one for many years. This one, so deamii, is quite okay when it comes to slugs. We've only had one issue and that was last year when it did get obliterated quite a bit. But usually it's goldstone, so Rudbeckia goldstone, that seems to be obliterated. Deamii, we've only had one issue with it and that was last year, but look at it. And this cheery daisy-like plant will see you into autumn with these beautiful yellow flowers. Such vibrant flowers when you look out of that window, because we're going into late summer now, and this one goes well into the autumn, and in winter you will have the most beautiful seed heads that you can look out of the window when the early frosts come, and I'm telling you now, you will look out and see the frost over these seed heads and they look stunning. They're great for the birds as well, so the birds can be devouring them over the winter period, so we leave them on and just enjoy the structure. They're really great structural plant and the birds love them as well, but they're really great to have in the garden. Now Crocosmia Lucifer, just finishing now, the last few flowers on there. I love Lucifer when it comes to Crocosmias because it is such a tall variety. There are much smaller red varieties of Crocosmia, but this is a favourite of mine. I like it because it's tall. Now, our Eupatorium, I'm going to try and stand on here a little bit. He's looking great. There's lovely flower heads, and I love, with Eupatorium, the purple stems. I absolutely love it. This one likes a lot of moisture. So if you're getting a lot of sunshine, a lot of hot days, really high temperatures, you might need to just chuck a bucket of water on it and just to keep it happy. Otherwise it is prone to sulking a little bit. But once it's established, it's not too bad. Our Persicaria, amplexicaulis Firetail, doing really well. Again, lots of bees all over it. Now there's an issue in this corner. Our Stachys is very, very small here, and they're not thriving. And that is simply because, and they're normally so high, this area needs a bit of reconfiguration. Now, Geranium Mrs. Kendall Clark is going to be taken away from this area, which will allow our lovely Calamagrostis Carl Forster to come up. There's 3 of those in there. They should be so high now. And literally everything has been masked by the Persicaria and by Mrs. Kendall Clark. So we need to really think about this area for next year. So we'll get it sorted. We'll get it so it's in tip-top condition, ready for next season. And that's the beauty of gardening. You can make changes as you're going along. You can take notes. Use video notes like we do, and photographs. We take lots of photographs as well, because that allows you to see different sections of your garden, and you can then look at those photographs, images or notes. If you use a notebook or your phone, you can use your phone as well, we're in the modern age, and you can literally go back and say, this needs changing, that needs changing, or oh no, I'm really happy with this looks good. So you know what works, and you also know what doesn't work as well. But moving on, lots of lovely calendulas over this side of the garden. Really, really happy with these. Some beautiful calendulas going on. Tomatoes looking great as well. Look at that, all these lovely flowers on. So we're going to get lots of tomatoes on here. I'm really looking forward to these because we can have them with lots of salads. We do have a lot of salads during the summer, and we'll certainly be utilising those. Sweet peas doing amazing as well, climbing up the fence, doing the thing. It won't be long before they're right up and over. And I harvested these yesterday, and so there's more started to come out today, but I was hoping for a really great display for you, and I forgot all about that. I was doing a video this morning, and instead I've harvested them because I would have liked you to have seen this whole area covered in sweet peas. Also, even now with these few around me, the scent is amazing. Honestly, so many scents from different plants in the garden, but it's all looking really good. I'm very, very happy with this. But the calendulas, I absolutely adore. I really do. Some really, really nice ones here. This one is Neon, variety called Neon. Really nice. That's more my favourite, to be honest with you. It's my kind of colour, vibrant, it's uplifting, it's cheery. And the one over here is called Snow Princess. A nice one as well. Little too delicate for my liking, but it's still nice in the garden and creates a great contrast with the other plants and everything else that's going on. Now our Sorbus tree is doing, our Rowan is doing really, really well. Berries are on there forming, so we're just waiting for those to change colour. Some more plants have been added to this area around the Lysimachia and also the Millennia. We've got some more cosmos dotted around, and the reason for this is it just temporarily fills in the gaps for this year while these plants are beginning to establish. The Lysimachia, and this one is Firecracker, looks great. I love the combination of the foliage, the darker foliage, which starts off really, really dark, turning green, and also the vibrant yellow little flowers. It's a really nice one, that one. The Sanguisorba, looking great behind there, looking really, really good. This one is a variety called Chocolate Tip, looks really, really lovely. I do like that. We did headed the Veronicastrum, and that's on one of our videos. And now we're getting already lots more shoots coming from the sides, and you can see that will be a flowering shoot there. So they're looking really good. These shoots will come up and provide us with more flowers throughout the rest of the summer. It's going to look amazing. Our Eryngium at the back there, Eryngium anus, looking really great. That's been, do you know, to be honest with you, that has been one of my favourite plants during this time. Honestly, this year, that's been one of my favourites because the daisies, the bees have been enjoying them. I like the height, I like the way they run through the sorbus and go through the other plants. I like plants that mingle. I'm a mingler myself. Wherever I am, I like to mingle, and I like plants that do the same. Now, the star of the show is right next to it with those beautiful yellow flowers. It is Verbena olympicum, and just look at those bees enjoying themselves on there. I love the height. I love that soft buttery yellow, and I just love those thick flower stems as well. They are so lovely. They're doing so well. That one in particular, honestly, I'm so happy with it. Great plants, fantastic in the garden, and something that we did used to grow a long time ago in our cottage garden many years ago, and now just look at it. It's doing amazing, and the bees love it. And we love it, and it goes together with the Eryngium quite nicely. Verbena is a biennial or short-lived perennial, and so that's not going to be there permanently. Whereas the miscanthus next to it will be. This one is a miscanthus called Ferner Osten, and it's looking great. Just look at those feathery like flowers on there. They are stunning. I love red. It's one of my favourite colours, and you can see red throughout that. It's a really nice grass, nice tall grass, and it's so elegant the way it blows in the breeze. And look at these three together, the miscanthus, the Verbena and the Eryngium all together, and they just do it. They really do. They're looking amazing. Moving on to Big Blue. Now this one was such a vivid blue. It was, honestly, it was so beautiful. Such a really, really deep blue. And then now it's faded as time's gone on. And we've got these lovely seeds inside here forming. Lots of lovely seeds. Now, the reason why this one's flowering and the one next to it there is not flowering is because they do not like root disturbance. If you disturb the roots on these plants, they will sulk a little bit, and it will take a while for them to flower. Next year, this one will be flowering. The one that's flowering right now was actually in a pot, and the one next to it was moved, and so it's not liked it at all. It's really not liked it. Again, that root disturbance. Amelinia Banshee, I love that name, Banshee, is looking amazing. Just look at these. Again, that red element to the flowers. Absolutely love them. I love grasses. You just cannot beat them, honestly. What would a garden be without grasses? And certainly prairie planting, we need them. Now, moving on, we've got our Sedum Matrona. This is beginning to establish more. If you remember when we first put these in, when Paul first put them in, they were very, very small plants, and they did take a while to establish. They're getting bigger now. They've got the flowers forming, and so the butterflies and bees are going to absolutely adore them as soon as they come out. Not only that, over time, these will fill in this space. Hence the reason why there's Cosmos in there. Cosmos will fill in the gaps and is providing us with colour until these plants establish. And then next year, there'll be no room for them because they'll already be full. Now, something amazing has happened that I've only just noticed right now in this moment. Our Geranium Patricia, we have two plants. One plant has been flowering the entire time, and now the second plant is flowering as well. So for the first time, we have flowers on the second Geranium Patricia, and I'm so pleased, and I've only just noticed it now. And that is wonderful, because we've been, wondering. Patricia can be a bit temperamental as well, because she doesn't like to be moved around a lot, and for some reason she can get a sulk on. At the minute, now I'm happy they're both flowering. We've got to see both flowers this year. I thought we were going to have to wait till next year to see her flowering, see the other plant flowering. Now she's doing her stuff, which is great. Now, moving on, our Aster Twilight is, just look at that. What else can I say? That is so lovely. Such a nice plant. It really is. And the perfect height for me when it comes to asters, because I do like my tallies, but the problem is with asters, sometimes if you get them really, really tall, they're flopping all over the place. This one is just perfect, and I like the foliage on this one as well. It's quite different to some of the more traditional asters. So Aster Twilight, and we've been growing this for a long time. It's a really reliable variety, very nice. Our Penstemon Garnet, doing really, really well. I did some dead head in here, as you can probably notice. A few heads have been taken off, and this is my favourite Penstemon. Certainly my favourite that we've ever grown. I really do like the colour, and I just think it's just such a valuable asset to our garden, I really do. Now, Persicaria amplexicaulis alba is right here, and it's beginning to flower. I've been looking forward to this for ages and ages. It was a bit slow to start off, and now look at it, it's really ramping it up, it's taking over, it's doing its thing, and those flowers are lovely. I love Persicaria. I couldn't be without that in a garden now. To be honest, I could never be without it. It's one of those that once you've had it, you just wouldn't be without it. Some people look at, you know, certainly the Firetail as a bit of a thug, but I wouldn't be without it, not at all. Looking over here on our plant stand, again, Rosa Sweet Honey. These are cuttings that Paul has grown, and they are looking amazing, again, with the flowers, buds forming, and soon be to open, looking great. We've given Mum one of those plants when we did a little bit of a, we gifted her some plants and took them round and planted them for her, and we did give her one of the roses. We'll find places in the garden for these to grow, perhaps one or two of them, and perhaps give the others away. Helianthus salicifolius. These grow really, really big. They are very tall plants, probably backer border plants. They're meant to go in there, but we just needed to fill a space. These are very, very small at the minute, and they will go into our border eventually. But these are going to be amazing when they're in. They're certainly going to be one of my favourite plants in the garden. Moving on to our hydrangeas. Hydrangeas at the minute are looking divine. And we were at Bridgewater, RHS Bridgewater yesterday, and we were looking in the trial beds at the hydrangeas there, and the scent coming from hydrangeas planted en masse was unbelievable. People probably do not associate hydrangeas with scent, but they do have their own individual scent and scents, and so well worth growing, not just for the beauty of these massive flowers, but for scent as well, especially when they're planted en masse. Now, this one is Hydrangea Annabelle. You can get the general Annabelle or strong Annabelle. This one is the traditional Hydrangea Annabelle, but just look at how perfect her flowers are at the minute. And I love that soft green foliage as well. She doesn't like to dry out, so what we do is we have her in a pot, and underneath the pot there is a tray. That tray allows her to collect water. So when she's been watered, the tray will also collect the water, and same as when it's raining as well, and then when it starts to get drier, she will utilise that water. But it's always the best thing for plants that love moisture, if they are in a container, just have a little tray underneath so that they can keep the moisture that they need, otherwise they dry out and get, as I say, sulky. Now, lots going on here, lots of plants waiting to go into the garden. Persicaria amplexicaulis Firetail, I was discussing it over the other side of the garden, is a star as far as I'm concerned. This is a showstopper. Look at the bees all over it, and I just love those flowers. You cannot beat them. Such a lovely colour, they really are. Moving on to our Astrantia. Astrantia is looking really, really nice at the minute. Now I was just looking then at where I'd deadheaded. I did take one of the flowering stems off, and this is Astrantia Roma. Really, really nice variety. Starts off this beautiful vibrant red and then fades slightly, as you can see. And you've got the white on the foliage there as well. It just looks so lovely. Really nice one to have in the garden. Astrantias are great. They keep on the flowering, and again, so long as you deadhead. Now, for instance, another little tip. Most of you established gardeners will know this already, but for people new to gardening, if, for instance, once these flower heads have gone over and they're beginning to turn to seed, I want this plant to continue flowering. So what do? I'm going to take it back. We've got one here that is absolutely perfect. I've just noticed there. So that's how it looks when it goes over. So you go from the lovely flowers to this. Okay, what you would do is follow that back, take that right back to say there, cut it there, it's gone. It will throw up another one of these flowering stems. Obviously plants have the season, so they're not going to keep going and going and going for all eternity. Everything has its season. You know, we have our season as well. And so what you do is you just do what you can to make it look nice. Some plants are beautiful when they've gone over, and you can leave them, as I mentioned with the Rudbeckia, and that's structural for the autumn and throughout the winter as well, and great for the birds. But some plants just go all mushy, and you know, they're better being cut back. Persicaria affinis superba, low growing variety of Persicaria. Again, very different to the other ones that we have in the garden. They start off just like this, beautiful flowers, fade, and then we get the seed heads there. Now, the thing is with this is another one that will spread. As you can see, it's going into the Alchemilla mollis that was recently cut back. That's growing back really nicely, but it's growing into it, and it will keep growing and spreading. What we'll do in the spring is we'll just give it a really good cut back, so it stays in its space. It stays where we want it, and we don't have things taking over. But that's looking really, really good. Now, I'm excited about this. Helianthus Lemon Queen. We used to grow this in our Sheffield cottage garden, and that's our first flower. I am so excited because I came out this morning and Paul, I was actually inside the house, and Paul was memoing to me from the garden, and he, you know, I just give him the thumbs up. I couldn't believe it's flowering. It's amazing. Lovely plant. Does like the sun. Obviously, it's a daisy, it likes the sun, but it likes moisture as well, this one. So this is another one that doesn't really like to dry out too much as well. So you're better keeping the odd bit of rainwater around for dry periods when you can just throw it onto this plant. But look, the first flower, we'll get these sunshiny yellow, soft flowers all the way through this entire shrub. It's also had something called the Chelsea chop as well. This plant will be much higher now at this time of year. It will be all the way up here. Fact is, Paul didn't want them in this bed to be growing that way. It just wouldn't look right. Okay, so what Paul did was, it was already growing into the border. He gave it the Chelsea chop, so he cut it back to so high. I'll do it, so about there. So he cut it back from so high to about there, and it just takes that height off it. It takes a while to recover, to grow back, and then it's going to be lower. There's many reasons for doing that as well. It's not just to do with height. There's many reasons why you will do that. But moving on, I love the name of this one, Carl. This is Sedum Carl, a low growing variety of sedum. To be honest, it's turning into my favourite variety now. When it comes to sedums, Carl just wins hands down in my opinion. I like the colour of the flowers. It's starting to open now, and I just love the fact it's compact, it's low growing, perfect space around the pond here, and it's doing amazing. I like the smaller foliage as well, because the thing is with the Matrona, we go over to the Matrona, and we do love Matrona, it's one of Paul's favourites. It's great, but it's just these really bulky, big fleshy leaves. I don't know, I just think the Sedum Carl does it for me more than Matrona does. It's just a personal preference. It depends on what you're wanting from the garden. Again, they're both very different, as you can tell. Lobelia Hadspend Purple, really nice lobelia. We used to grow these in our front garden in Sheffield, in our cottage garden. Very lovely plants, and this one is no exception to the rule. It's so nice, it's so vibrant, lovely purple flowers, and again, it's close to the pond, but it is a moisture lover as well, so it does like moisture retentive soil. Centranthus ruber, looking amazing. I did do a little bit of deadheading on this plant the other day, but we can see when the deadheads have come back, we have new little flower stems coming on, and it keeps on flowering. It's a great plant to deadhead because it's a prolific self-seeder. and it's one of my favourite plants, but it does self-seed everywhere and we don't want it everywhere. Now I've got something to show you. This one is a hydrangea called, it's hydrangea paniculata, and this one is Vanille Fraise. So Vanille Fraise, really beautiful hydrangea that's going to be so high, looking great with these flowers. They start off this beautiful white when they open, and then you can gradually see the pink running through, and they will turn to that shade of pink and go darker as time goes on. And that's something I really like about it. I like the leaves, love the foliage on this, absolutely love it. Quite different to some other hydrangeas, and a different feel as well to the leaves. I really do like it. That's a lovely one. It's a favourite of Paul's, but it's becoming a firm favourite of mine. Something I'm excited about is this, and people are going to probably look at it and think, well, it's a shrub and it's a load of sticks in the ground. It doesn't look very great at the minute. But this is Philadelphus virginal. This is a shrub that will grow absolutely massive if we allow it to, with the most beautiful white flowers. It's known as mock orange, a beautiful orange blossom scent coming from it in late May, early June time. And this is one of my favourites. This is actually a cutting from my mum's original shrub that I bought from when I was about 10 years old for her garden. And so this is a cutting from that shrub, so I'm excited about that. Geranium Brookside is reflowering after it was cut back. It was starting to look really, really untidy. It was sprawling all over the place. The flowers had finished. A good cut back. And when you cut geraniums back, you cut them right back to the ground, and they will spit up some foliage, and then you get the beautiful flowers back. Remember, not every hardy geranium flowers again, but this one will keep flowering. Really nice one, Brookside. Brookside and Patricia, I've said this in many videos, I'm going to keep saying it as well. They are geraniums that go very well together. So Geranium Brookside and Geranium Patricia, great combination partners. If you're going to plant them en masse, you know, 3 Brookside, 3 Geranium Patricias, you know, you're going to have that great colour combination. My lovely friend here is Eryngium Neptune's Gold, and this is a really nice Eryngium. It's obviously, you can see it's quite different to others in terms of colour. It starts off yellow, turning into this beautiful blue, and then fades to this subtle green. But I love the fact that the blue is still on the stems there. That is a really, really beautiful plant. And these are pretty new in this space. And as I've said before about Eryngiums, they can be a little bit temperamental when they move. So next year, we're expecting great things from this section of the garden. Our Aster, Little Carlo, is doing really, really well. That had the Chelsea chop as well, hence the reason it's growing to an appropriate size now. And I just can't wait for those lovely blue flowers to come out. That flower's a little later, so we'll have to hang on for that. I'm coming round to show you this lovely Lythrum. It's looking amazing. And this one is Lythrum Dropmore Purple. And this is growing next to our lovely Crocosmia Citronella. Really nice Crocosmia. Beautiful yellow, citrusy yellow. You just can't beat it. But what a great combo as well. And you just imagine more of the Lythrum, and once all this Crocosmia opens as well, that's going to be amazing. Just run around so I can see the pond. Now, if you look inside the pond, you will see a beautiful water lily, but look in the centre. We have our first flower forming. That is amazing. I'm so excited about this. All the time since we bought it, I'm wondering, will it flower this year? Will it flower this year? And everything seems to have fallen into place for the pond. There's wildlife in there. We've got pond snails in here. We've got all kinds of other wildlife. We've got our own resident frog. He has his own name now. I'm not going to tell you what the name is, but he's beautiful and he's in there. It's all looking great. All the elements have come together, and it just shows that when you build a pond, you are bringing so much wildlife into your garden. You are creating a habitat and a space for them to grow and to flourish, and they will benefit your garden. For instance, the frog and his friends they're ultimately going to eat the slugs. So there are things that, you know, you're helping to enhance the garden. It looks beautiful, but they're also going to keep the numbers of the slugs down as well. Geranium nimbus is reflowering. This was cut back. It had finished, it had gone over, was looking untidy. And the beautiful thing about cutting geraniums back to the ground, hardy geraniums, is that they will provide you with this fresh foliage. And even if it's a geranium that doesn't flower again, I'll just bob over and show you one thing, like Mrs. Kendall Clark, she's not going to flower again, yet the foliage looks better, it's tidier, and it does what it says on the tin. It just creates a greater looking garden for longer. Now, looking good, love those flowers. Atropurpureum, looking amazing. Beautiful stems on. The bees love this one. Love Atropurpureum. And our Eryngium Cobalt Star is still looking stunning. Now, I just imagine if that's looking like that now, do you imagine what this is going to look like next year? It's going to be amazing. All these Eryngiums here. Cobalt Star. It's actually my favourite Eryngium. I do have a favourite. We grew it many years ago in our cottage garden and in Sheffield, and this one is just my favourite. It just really is. It does it for me. Now, moving over to Buddleia. Now, this Buddleia, I can't remember the name of the variety, but we've had this one for a while. It was over the other side of the garden, the other side of the conifer. We've placed it here, and it is growing and going on from strength to strength. It's looking good, and you know, the butterflies are just absolutely adoring it when it's not raining. It started to rain a while back, as you noticed during the garden tour. Stop now for a second, but when it's not raining, the butterflies will be on here. Looking good. I like white in a garden. It adds that cheery element. I think if this area was, because we have a tree, the apple tree next door, we have the conifer in our garden there, it could be potentially, even though it's full sun goes all the way around there, sets behind me, it still can be a little bit dark, this area, for some reason with the trees there. So literally this provides that element of light. If you put white in an area that's dark, you're illuminating that space. You're bringing out some light. Okay, looking good. Moving on, there was something special I wanted to show you, and that is our Phlox David. Now, Phlox David is doing amazingly, as always, but in full flower, doing really, really well. Beautiful scent to this one. And watch what's happening. These are falling out. What you do, little trick, as the flowers begin to fade and fall, pull them away gently. So if you have a few there, just pull them away. But sometimes you can wait till a whole lot, look, they all come away like that. And what that will do is show these flowers underneath that will then open and bloom. And you'll get there a lot quicker if you take all this away and light can get to them. So it just helps, honestly, and you'll have more flowers during this period, and more, which allows for more great scent as well. But we're looking good. Cosmos in pots, doing absolutely great. We started off at this side of the garden, and this is where we're going to end as well. Looking good. Verbena, again, what more can I say? Now, Crocosmia, there was something I wanted to show you. And this one is a lovely Crocosmia. And it is Crocosmia Babylon. Such vibrancy. I can see red in there at the ends, backs of the flowers, but there's also orange running through as well. Crocosmia Babylon, a really beautiful Crocosmia to grow. Such a nice one and such an asset to the garden. I love Crocosmias. They're just perfect this time of year, honestly, they really do. Amazing things to a garden. They just had that vibrancy, and because I'm a person that likes colour, I like, you know, vibrant things, and this just does it. It really does. I want to end with my favourite grass, and this one is Stipa tenuissima. I love the way that it is on both sides here, so we have that uniformity, both sides, and it just is a stunning grass. It's a low growing grass, but when you get that breeze, nice summer breeze, there's nothing like seeing this swaying backwards and forth. Really, really nice grass. I'm going to end this garden tour here, but thank you so much for watching. Please click the like button, If you've got any social media accounts, please share our videos on there because it helps get our message across. We really would appreciate that. Also, remember to subscribe. Please follow us on TikTok and on Instagram as well. There are links on our homepage, so please do that. Also, again, subscribe if you've not already subscribed to us. It's totally free to subscribe. We get people asking us sometimes, oh, I don't want to pay a subscription. There's no subscription on YouTube. You just subscribe and you get to see our videos as soon as they come about, which is amazing. Now, I'm going to end there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely see you on the next one. Look forward to it, and also thank you for allowing me to show you around our garden today. It is very much appreciated. Take care.